Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back. You're gonna have to excuse my voice if I sound congested. The weather is getting to me a little bit. The change in weather, specifically. It's just it's taking a toll on my body a little bit. So bear with me if I sound nasally and congested. So, anyways, hope you guys are doing well. As good as you could be in the moment. It's an era. It's an era of our lifetime where we are now letting go of the stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. What I mean by that is, I'm gonna move y'all closer. What I mean by that is all the excessive doing that we're doing, it's being let go of. Because it doesn't serve our highest good anymore. It doesn't serve our true self. The only thing that excessive doing does is serves the mind. And the only reason why we're excessively doing things, whether it be drugs or sex or something that takes action, that's unhealthy for us. Abused almost. Something that you're doing that you're abusing right here, right now in life. Wherever you're at in life, whatever you're abusing. It could be several things that you're abusing right now. But you have to let go of them. The reason why you have to let go of them is because in order to live the best life that you were meant to live, you have to let go of all of which that you're excessively doing. The stuff that you don't have to do. Because it's not serving you. The only thing you're doing when you're excessively doing stuff and abusing stuff is feeding the mind. It's feeding the mind so that you can distract yourself. It's a distraction from your true self. Because your true self is always present. It's always in the moment. It's the soul. It's just it's just there. It's not doing anything. It's still in presence. And when you're too busy caught up doing so much, you lose touch of that presence that naturally comes to us. Because that presence, it's not an action you do. You're always present, unless you're taking yourself out of the present with whatever it is that you are doing to take yourself out of the presence. Like I said, it could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be money. The whole world is here to test you. It's here to test you as a soul, as an energy. It's here to distract you with illusions. That's what the mind is here for. The soul is present, but the mind is there to distract you. And for those that are listening to this and are dealing with some form of addiction, maybe, like me. I've been dealing with addiction for a really long time, even though I'm only 19 years old. Nicotine, weed, not as much food anymore. I used to be addicted to food at one point just because it was like a pleasurable activity, but I realize how unhealthy that is. Food is not meant to be abused. It's only meant for survival. Too much of one thing can be bad. And that goes for anything. Too much water can kill you. Too much weed can destroy your life. Too much nicotine can make you lazy. There's all these aspects and factors that the mind will make an excuse for you to do something about it. And there's always going to be an excuse for the excuse. But in the end, in the present moment, when you hear that cry for help within yourself, asking you to stop doing and being, you should listen to that internal crying. That's your soul. It's your soul asking you to help yourself. And if you don't help your soul, you're going to be stuck helping the mind. And the only thing that helping the mind is doing is feeding cycles, habits, patterns, and energy that can be detrimental to you as a being. It's time to change. It's time to evolve from the old self. It's time to let go of it, because that self, it's an illusion. The self that is real is always in the present. It's always authentic. It doesn't want or need anything. It just sits there in stillness and presence. And when it comes to addictions, right? We allow the mind to take advantage of our awareness and consciousness by letting in that habit, pattern, doing. And the only thing that's doing is taking more from you. It's not adding anything, it's taking. The only thing that you're adding when you're doing drugs or sex or eating or this and that, the only thing you're doing is adding a feeling. And the reason why you're adding that feeling is so that you can be okay with that feeling. That feeling makes you feel comfortable because within presence, stillness, you get uncomfortable. Because in that stillness, there is really nothing. Nothing scares us as humans. This is human nature to be scared of nothing. If you see life from the mind and live life from the mind, life is dull. And that's why I am changing for the better of myself. And I know that it's going to be rough in the beginning with all the addictions that I have to lay off. But in the long term, it's going to benefit me. I know that there's going to be suffering every day with thoughts that pass by. especially when it comes to withdrawal symptoms of any substance. But I did it to myself. I did it to myself, just as you did it to yourself. And you're going to have to face yourself in that presence, in that stillness. And although it's going to be perceived as hard to let go of all the habits and the energy and substances, whatever it is that you're excessively doing, it's temporary. The withdrawal is going to pass. The feeling, the thought is going to pass. If you just stay in the moment, you realize how beautiful life is without doing anything besides being in the moment. And that's why, like I said earlier, I am changing this, because as a 19-year-old that is just starting out life, I'm starting out on the wrong note. And the only reason why I say I'm starting out on the wrong note is because I'm viewing my life from the soul now. With all the stuff that I've done to my body and mind, with substances, it's just, it breaks me, because I wouldn't have expected it to be this way when I was younger. And I didn't expect myself to be this way now. I never thought that I would be stuck. Not really stuck, because we're never really stuck. I never thought I would be this attached to drugs the way that I am. But in the end, it's all just me attaching myself to something that lets me feel something temporary. So that when I'm alone in that void space, in that presence, I have something to do. Because when you're with yourself in the moment, it takes a lot of discipline to let go of attachments and detach from the mind. And that's the thing, I feel like the reason why I'm so attached, was attached, because I am letting go of addictions. I'm not trying, I am. I can't allow excuses to make excuses for the excuse anymore. The reason why I'm doing this is for myself. I'm doing this because I love myself and I want myself to have a healthy life. And not only that, I'm tired of living a life that is dull. I want to experience something different. It could just be maturity. Even though I feel as if I'm mature now, but I feel like me taking accountability and responsibility for that of which I placed upon myself will bring me into a higher state of being. And it's a form of self-love, taking accountability and responsibility for yourself. With your mental health, your spiritual health, and your bodily health. And I know that it's difficult. It's difficult to let go of what you're used to, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to suffer through whatever it is that I'm letting go of until it passes, you know, because one day it's inevitably gonna pass and I'll be free from all the mental anguish that comes with letting go of something that we're so used to, but that's okay. Like I said, it's temporary. I'll get through it. I just gotta go through a little bit of suffering so I can be where I want to be in the present. And the mind, it's going to keep doing what it does with thoughts and feelings and emotions, but like I keep saying, it is temporary. It is going to pass with time. And, you know, day by day, it's going to get better, you know. For the better. For the better. For the better. Nothing else. It's for the better. It's not for anyone. It's for myself. It's for what's best for my soul. Kind of just basking in the moment now, because when I make videos, I don't smoke during them. I've smoked before on video, but when I'm making a video, the only way to make a video is in presence. That's the only way to make a video, because at that point you're just a stream of consciousness, allowing the energy to flow through you to the recording device, camera, whatever you want to call it. And for those of which that, you know, if you guys have a piece to say about what I have to say in these videos, or maybe something about me being addicted and all that, and hypocrite this and hypocrite that, I don't care. I don't care about your opinion, and I don't care what you think about me. The reason why is because I'm not living for anybody else other than myself. And this is what I'm experiencing, and this is what I'm getting through. And although I've always tried to get away from my addictions, but when I try, I always end up going back because I'm trying. As soon as you let go of trying and just let go of whatever it is that's destroying you, it flows out of your being. But yeah. this is probably going to be the end of the video right here. I didn't realize it was 20 minutes until I looked at it. Not that it's long or anything, not that it's too short either. It's perfect the way it is, but I just feel as if I should end the video now. There's not really much else coming through right now. So this is where I say my goodbye, and you know, it would be cool to hear your guys' experiences with whatever addiction that you've had or experienced before. You know, over time, I've dropped addictions. Like porn, I dropped porn a long time ago. And food, I dropped a long time ago. It's just the two last things that I need to get rid of. I was so just, I didn't want to let them go, you know? They made me feel too much. But it's all right. It's all right, Cameron. Clean slate, you know? This is just how, this is where we start a new life right here. So anyways, like I said earlier, it would be really cool if you guys commented below your addictions, maybe something you struggle with, attachment wise, or maybe a problem that you have in your life that you'd like to speak about, because it doesn't help to keep it in, you know? This is a safe place, this community, and anybody that is spreading hate or being negative in any way, acorn smells good. Anybody that's spreading hate or being negative in any way is going to get called out by me. I'm not going to tolerate that, and I will call you out. And I won't back down. If you want to argue, I will defend myself. I will bring up points. I'll talk about stuff that maybe you didn't even know about yourself. Because in truth, a lot of people are unconscious, and that's that, you know. Unconsciousness is, it's a prison. Unconsciousness is, that's what unconsciousness is. It's a prison. But a lot of people live in being unconscious, so it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just how it is. But yeah, I love you. Stay present. Stay safe. Peace.